Hey everyone, so in today's video, we're going to walk through a series of journal entries to help us construct an income statement. So let's get straight to it. So here we have a company who had product sales of $850,000. The journal entry here is we're simply going to credit accounts receivables for 150,000 and we're going to credit product sales revenue for 150,000. And the reason we're debiting accounts receivables instead of cash is we're assuming that the customer has not paid us, and so they still owe us $150,000. Okay, the next line item we have is service revenue. We had $150,000. Uh, the assumption here is that we will debit cash, so we did receive cash for $150,000, and we're going to credit service revenue for $150,000 as well. Okay. All right, next up, we will calculate cost of goods sold. We had $400,000 of cost of goods sold. And so here we're going to debit cost of goods sold because this is an expense. And we're going to credit inventory for the same amount, $400,000, essentially reducing our inventory in our balance sheet. Next item, now we'll move on to operating expenses. So we had salaries, wages of 220,000. Here we're going to debit salaries expense. And we're going to assume that we have paid all of our employees this year. So we're going to go ahead and credit cash for $220,000. We also have rent expense for $60,000 for the year. So we're going to debit rent expense for $60,000, and we're also going to credit cash, assuming that we paid off our rent to the landlord. Next up, we have utilities for $15,000. Same here. So we are going to debit utilities expense. And in this case, we're actually going to credit accounts receivables. And so essentially what we're doing is we're estimating that this is the amount we're going to owe in utility expense. And typically we'll receive the utility bill the following month. So since we're receiving the bill the following month, there's actually no credit to cash. So here we're just going to credit accounts payable. All right, next up we have marketing expense for $40,000. We're going to go ahead and debit marketing expense. And we're going to assume that we have not paid this marketing expense bill. So to reflect that, we will credit accounts payable for $40,000. All right, next up we have a depreciation expense of $25,000. So the journal entry here is going to be a debit to depreciation expense. And essentially, we are going to credit accumulated depreciation. And so this accumulated depreciation, essentially what we're doing is we're recognizing the cost of an asset, such as like an equipment. We're going to go ahead and recognize the expense of that asset over the useful life of the asset. And so the annual depreciation expense is $25,000. So we're going to go ahead and credit accumulated depreciation for $25,000. Next item we have is office supplies of $10,000. Here we have a debit to office supplies of $10,000. And we're going to say we paid cash for these office supplies. So you'll see a credit for cash at $10,000. Next up, we have insurance expense for $12,000. Here, we're going to debit insurance expense for $12,000, and we're also going to credit prepaid insurance for $12,000. And the reason we're crediting prepaid insurance versus cash is that we actually paid the insurance at the beginning of the year, and so we debited prepaid insurance, and now that we are recognizing insurance expense over the policy term, we are going to reduce that balance um, into reduce the balance of prepaid insurance. And so we'll get more into this as we walk through the T accounts in the following videos. All right, next item, we have interest expense of $18,000. Simple entry here. We're simply going to debit interest expense for $18,000, and we're going to credit interest payable for $18,000. And so we're assuming that we have not received the bank statement from the bank. And so once we receive the bank statement, we can go ahead and clear this interest payable account. Okay. Next item we have is interest income. So here we do have a interest income of $3,000. This is money that we are earning for our high yield savings account. So we're going to debit cash since we are earning this money and it is in our bank account. And we're going to credit interest income, $3,000 for the same amount. Okay, last but not least, we have tax expense, $42,630. Here we're simply going to debit tax expense and for 42,630, and we're going to credit tax payable because we have not received the tax bill to the IRS. So we'll simply just credit tax payable here, and so this will go as a current liability on our balance sheet. Again, we'll cover that on the following videos. And then lastly, we had a few additional entries here. The company did purchase $250,000 of equipment, which we did pay in cash. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we also prepaid our insurance at the beginning of the year, $12,000, and we did pay upfront cash of $12,000. Okay, so that completes our journal entries for our income statement. In the next video, we will go ahead and walk through setting up our T accounts to help us build out our adjusted trial balance. So thanks for watching, and be sure to watch the following videos.